In my new Amazon #1 bestseller, How to Speak Civilian Fluently and Prove It with Your CM Credential, I talk about the power of professional credentials. In this video, I'll show you the formula I use to depict that, and I'll show you how and why it matters to you. Hi, Doc Wright here with Vets 2PM, where we help military veterans achieve meaningful, lucrative careers through credential and career training, preparation, and placement for life. You can learn more at www.vets2pm.com. So in my book, I talk about the power of credentialing and why that matters. And basically, the simple formula is if we increase our incomes over our earning lifetimes, that allows us to increase our asset purchases, which increases our wealth. Now, wealth can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. It can mean retirement, it can mean precious metals, it can mean freedom, it can mean independence, it can mean choices in where you live, whether it's domestically or abroad. So wealth, in my mind, is not just money. Okay, it could be time, etc. The ability to do the things you want to do and the things you enjoy. So, how does credentialing do that? So, one of the fastest growing trends in corporate America is credentials. They're faster to get than educational degrees. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have educational degrees. What I'm saying is credentials fill a niche professionally, and that's why they're increasingly growing ever popular. They validate that you can do what you say you can do. Hey, I can manage projects. I can do project management agilely. I can do it predictively. Hey, I have all this operational general management experience. I can codify that with my CM credential. Hey, I'm a cybersecurity plus guy or gal, which means I can secure computers and networks and stuff and keep bad guys out of there. So the credentials convey that some independent third party looked at your experience, validated that, and you took some test or had some interview or something, so that you are who you say you are, and you can prove it with this credential. Okay, so that can increase income opportunities. Think about when you go achieve these credentials on your own. That's initiative, that's leadership, that's an investment in yourself, in really your earning potential. Employers see that and recognize that. Associated promotions come along with that, either new jobs or steadily increasing income because you're promoted in the companies you work for, or other companies woo you away, right? I mean, that can happen too, right? Always play for the team that wants you the most, and it'll demonstrate it with benefits and pay and meaningful, lucrative work and autonomy and appreciation, etc. Okay, so if we're an employee, if we're working inside another person's organization, we can grow our income through raises, through promotions up the management ladder. We can secure new income opportunities as well with the new gigs. We also can increase revenue, okay, and revenue opportunities. And what I mean by that is, so now you're working for yourself, not someone else. How do you increase revenue opportunities? Well, if I've got the credentials necessary to get that consulting gig, I just got that consulting gig. Especially in the federal government contracting space, where I do a lot of work with my buddies over at RSM Federal and Solvability and Sistro Solutions. What we find is that many government awards, especially around DoD, have credentials required in them or preferred. So if someone on your management team in that proposal has those credentials, you're immediately more competitive. You're immediately just shut out competition teams, competitive teams who don't have any of those credentials. So that's the increased revenue opportunities. All of this serves to increase your personal stock price, I like to say. What do I mean by that? Your knowledge, your skills, your capabilities, the value you bring to employers and to business partners and to your marketplaces. You are increasing your capability to earn income. And if, let's say you get a 20% bump in pay that year, if you, instead of spending that 20%, instead of going out and buying that new boat and leveraging, using a 20% down and then leveraging another 80% of the boat in debt, what if you kept 5%, 10%? What if you kept all 20%? What if you buy an asset with that? From a personal wealth standpoint, a net worth standpoint, all the assets on your balance sheet minus all the liabilities it took you to get all those assets equals your net worth, right? Grow it over time, okay? And so that's it, gang. That was a look into the power of credentialing and how we represent it with the formula in our book, How to Speak Civilian Fluently and Prove It with Your CM Credential. Thanks for watching. And thanks for Scott Tucker, my good Army buddy, for sponsoring this episode of Doc's Transition Classroom. He is the founder at US Vet Wealth. They are a lifestyle and financial company that helps military service members and veterans go from government paychecks dependency to financial independence. Scott's always saying, hey, Eric, I love helping the 1% that served our country become the 1% that get to influence our country. So thanks, Scott. Thanks, US Veteran Wealth. We appreciate it. I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.